Hello guys, Belle here. Going to talk about the Retribution Paladin artifact weapon, which, in case you've been living under any kind of rock and haven't been paying attention, it is the Ashbringer. A couple things to note: the artifact weapon is going to be the only weapon drop in Legion. You will be leveling your weapon to increase its item level and unlock its ranks, as well as its different talents. And you'll also be using this weapon for PvP as well, so might as well get comfortable using your weapon. The Ashbringer, for your UI here, if you're not in your class order hall, you can shift and right click to bring up the UI. You won't be able to do anything such as socket your relics here, which your relics are. You have Holy Fire, and those you'll be able to pick up in Legion. Those will unlock, increase your item level, and also unlock these nice little ranks here for your talents. Your weapon level is depending on how many traits you have purchased. You can purchase up to 34. You do get a stamina increase for every trait that you have unlocked, which is pretty nice. You cannot make any changes here, though, from this UI. You actually have to physically go to your class order hall and click onto your research table here for your artifact weapon. Now, first we're going to go through the different traits, and then we are going to take a look at the different augmentations you can actually make to the physical look of your weapon, which does include the color. So, it's important to note here, all these ranks are going to be, these are going to be maxed, so you're getting the most information when it comes to the stats. All these are also going to be passive abilities, with the exception of your on use, and each artifact weapon does have the on use. This can be part of your rotation for either PvP or PvP, depending upon the specialization and the type of weapon that you're using. This can be part of an execute rotation. This could be part of your burst macro. There could be several ways that you can actually integrate this in. For the Retribution Paladin's artifact weapon, which is going to be the Ashbringer, the Wake of Ashes, this is an instant ability. It's on a small 30-second cooldown. Lash out with the Ashbringer, dealing 140k radiant damage and an additional almost 200k radiant damage over 6 seconds to all enemies within 12 yards in front of you, and reducing movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. Demon and undead enemies are stunned for 6 seconds if struck by the Wake of Ashes. This also does generate 5 holy power. So let's step right into your artifact traits, shall we? The Blade of Light goes up to rank 1, increases damage dealt by Zeal by 15%. Deliver the Justice, this goes up to rank 3, increases damage dealt by Blade of Wrath by 24%. Your Sharpened Edge, this goes up to rank 3, increases the critical strike chance of Crusader Strike by 18%. Deflection, this goes up to rank 3, reduce the cooldown of Shield of Vengeance by 30 seconds. Echo of the High Lord, this goes up to rank 1. Ashbringer mimics Templar's Verdict and Divine Storm, dealing 10% normal damage. Divine Tempest goes up to rank 1. Ashbringer projects Divine Storm forward 20 yards, damaging all enemies within its path. This does also increase damage dealt by Divine Storm by 20%. Embrace the Light, this goes up to rank 3, increasing healing done by Flash of Light by 40%. High Lord's Judgment goes up to rank 3, increases damage dealt by Judgment by 45%. Endless Resolve goes up to rank 1, reduce the duration of Forbearance by 10%. Might of the Templar goes up to rank 3. This does increase damage dealt by Templar's Verdict by 6%. Ashes to Ashes, this goes up to rank 1. Wake of Ashes also generates 5 holy power and causes all enemies hit to burn for almost 195k radiant damage over 6 seconds. Your Protector of the Ashen Blade, this goes up to rank 3, reduces the cooldown of Blessing of Protection by 30%. You also have Unbreakable Will, this goes up to rank 1. When unable to act in combat for more than 2 seconds, Ashbringer will break you free. Can occur only once every 2 minutes. And then, of course, you also have Righteous Blade. Righteous Blade goes up to rank 3, increases damage dealt by Divine Storm by 15%. You have Healing Storm, goes up to rank 1. Divine Storm also heals up to 6 nearby allied players for almost 33k, which is nice. And then, of course, the Wrath of the Ashbringer goes up to rank 3, increasing the duration of Avenging Wrath by 7.5 seconds. So that's going to be your talent breakdown, which is pretty straightforward. Then, of course, you also have the Ashbringer's Light. The power deep within the Ashbringer answers your call more strongly than any of its former masters. This does increase damage by 0.5%. As you see, it costs an extreme amount of artifact weapon power. So, let's go ahead and jump right into these appearances because I'm super excited to show them to you. Now, it's important to note that you'll be able to augment the look of your weapon in several stages here according to the content that you want to unlock. So if you're happy with just your base Ashbringer because you're not interested in doing anything to unlock it, then you can totally be fine with that. I don't know about you, I like to customize because I like to be different. So for your first set here, this is just going to be unlocking various colors of your Ashbringer by doing certain things within Legion PvE content related. Here's your blue version, and then of course here's your green version. Now I want to show you the difference between your standard Ashbringer and Greatsword of the Righteous. As you see, it's pretty badass, definitely a lot better than the original version, which it's Ashbringer, guys, so don't get offended that I said it looks better. Here you'll have to, this is all going to have to do with your Paladin class hall campaigns, unlocking your traits and really focusing on your weapon and your class specific stuff that you need to do while progressing through your Legion content. Then of course there's the what I think is yellow. Blue of course is always nice, and then your fell green. Now for the Burning Reprisal, this is going to be heavy PvE content. You're going to have to do challenge mode dungeons using a level 15 keystone, which I'll go over the keystones in a different video when it comes to the new way you're going to be doing challenge modes, and then of course your Glory of the Legion hero. So let's take a look at that. Wait for this to pan around here. So here you have the Greatsword, then you have the Burning. Pretty badass if you ask me. The blue's pretty nice. Does have some purple undertones. Then you have your fell green, and then you have your white yellow. Now the Fallen Hope, the last row for each artifact weapon is going to be your PvP, which is nice since you're going to have to be using, since you're forced to use your this for PvP as well. It's nice to have that distinguishing mark, right? This tells people that you are a PvPer. It's nice. You're going to be doing the honor system as well as prestiging, so you're going to be doing that anyway if you're a PvPer. Let's see what that looks like. Although I do like the look of this weapon, I have to be honest, of all the PvP weapons for this specialization, this is definitely not my favorite view. I'm actually a little disappointed just because I feel like the other PvP weapons were pretty badass, but definitely not insulting here. I do think that this one is way better, but matter of opinion, matter of taste. Then you have the blue. You'll be prestiging and unlocking these different color variations with different PvP things that you'll have to do. Then there's the green, and then there is the teal. Now, keep in mind, guys, just because I don't like the visuals doesn't mean you won't like the visuals. It's to each his own. I just felt like I expected something different just because it was a paladin. But the Burning Reprisal is definitely my favorite view. Which, I mean, the Greatsword of the Righteous isn't too shabby on that endeavor, but I definitely like the fire. That, of course, is because my main's a warlock, so don't judge me there. So there you have it, guys. There's a look at your Retribution Paladin artifact weapon, the Ashbringer. If you're new to PWNCAST, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all your Legion and World of Warcraft news, guides, and videos. If you're already here watching the video, you might as well do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. Why not give the video a like and show me that I'm doing a good job? As always, your comments on the videos are welcome. Love to know what you think of the Ret Pally artifact weapon and the different customizations and traits that you have. And as always, if there's something important to you that you would like to see in Legion Beta and you would like me to get video of it, just comment below and let me know. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.